Stop. Put down the glass of milk. Put down the soy latte. You are eating these things thinking they are healthy, thinking they are building your bones or protecting your heart, but for a man over 60, they are silently fueling the fire in your prostate. They are converting your testosterone into toxic byproducts and keeping you awake all night, staring at the ceiling, waiting for the urge to urinate to finally pass. My name is Dr. Emily Carter. I am a board-certified urologist with 25 years of clinical experience. I have performed thousands of surgeries, and I have treated tens of thousands of men. And I am here to tell you something that most of my colleagues are too afraid or too busy to tell you. Standard dietary advice is failing you. The food pyramid is not designed for a man with a growing prostate. In fact, many of the so-called health foods in your pantry right now are the very fuel that benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH, needs to thrive. Let me tell you about a patient of mine. Let's call him William. William was 64 years old. A retired engineer, disciplined, intelligent, he came to my office looking exhausted. He had dark circles under his eyes because he was waking up 4, sometimes 5 times every single night to use the bathroom. And when he did go, it was a struggle. A weak stream, dribbling, and the constant nagging sensation that his bladder was never truly empty. William told me he was doing everything right. He ate whole grains. He drank plenty of milk for calcium. He avoided red meat, and he took a generic multivitamin. He looked at me and said, "Dr. Carter, I am healthy. Why does my body feel like it is failing me?" I told William what I am about to tell you. His healthy diet was actually a prostate destruction diet. We completely overhauled his nutrition, removing specific inflammatory triggers and replacing them with potent biological heroes. 6 weeks later, William was sleeping 6 hours straight. His flow was strong. His urgency was gone. Today, I am going to give you that same protocol. We are going to strip away the 5 popular foods you must avoid, and then I will give you the specific 3-step protocol to rebuild your system. Let us begin with the enemies. These are the 5 foods you must eliminate immediately. Enemy number 1 is dairy. This is controversial, but listen to the biochemistry. Milk, cheese, and yogurt are designed by nature to make a baby calf grow into a 2,000-pound bull as fast as possible. They are packed with insulin-like growth factor 1, or IGF-1. When you are an infant, you need growth. When you are a man over 60, growth is the enemy. You do not want your cells multiplying rapidly. You do not want your prostate tissue expanding. High levels of IGF-1 have been strongly linked to increased prostate size and even prostate cancer risk. Furthermore, the calcium in dairy can deplete your magnesium levels, and magnesium is essential for relaxing the smooth muscles of the bladder. William was drinking 2 glasses of milk a day. We stopped that immediately. Enemy number 2 is unfermented soy. Soy is marketed as a heart-healthy miracle, but for the aging male, it is a hormonal disruptor. Soy is rich in isoflavones, which are phytoestrogens. These mimic the hormone estrogen in your body. As you age, your testosterone naturally drops, and your estrogen often creeps up due to belly fat. This is called estrogen dominance. It contributes to prostate enlargement and the development of man boobs. Adding soy to this environment is like throwing gasoline on a fire. Unless the soy is fermented, like natto or tempeh, stay away from it. Enemy number 3 is one that shocks most men. It is non-organic, commercially raised. Poultry, chicken and turkey are supposed to be clean proteins. However, conventional poultry is often raised with feed that promotes rapid growth and fat retention. While direct hormone injection is illegal in many places, the feed and the stress environment of these animals produce meat that is high in omega-6 fatty acids. Omega-6 is pro-inflammatory. BPH is, at its core, an inflammatory condition. If your prostate is inflamed, it swells. If it swells, it squeezes your urethra. You need omega-3, not omega-6. Enemy number 4 is actually a category. Spicy foods containing high capsaicin. I love a good curry. but if you are waking up at night, you must be careful. Capsaicin does not enlarge the prostate technically, but it irritates the bladder lining significantly. It mimics the symptoms of BPH. It causes urgency and frequency. If you have an enlarged prostate, your bladder is already under tremendous pressure. Adding spicy food is like rubbing sandpaper on a fresh wound. William loved hot sauce. We cut it out for 3 weeks, and his urgency dropped by 50%. Enemy number 5 is liquid sugar, specifically soda and commercially squeezed fruit juices. High insulin levels are a direct driver of prostate growth. Insulin is a growth hormone. When you spike your blood sugar, your insulin surges, triggering a cascade that increases the conversion of testosterone into dihydrotestosterone, or DHT. DHT is the potent androgen responsible for enlarging the prostate. Drinking a glass of orange juice is essentially drinking a glass of sugar that spikes your insulin and tells your prostate to grow. So, we have removed the enemies. Now, we must introduce the heroes. This is the solution. We need to introduce agents that lower inflammation, block the conversion of testosterone to DHT, and relax the smooth muscle. Hero number 1 is pumpkin seeds. These are non-negotiable. They are rich in phytosterols, specifically Beta-Sitosterol. This compound helps block the enzyme 5-alpha reductase, which is the enzyme that turns your good testosterone into the prostate-enlarging DHT. Pumpkin seeds are also loaded with zinc. The prostate gland contains the highest concentration of zinc in the male body. A zinc-deficient prostate is an unhealthy prostate. Hero number 2 is cooked tomato products. Not raw tomatoes, but cooked. Tomato paste, or high-quality marinara sauce. The heat releases lycopene from the cell walls of the tomato. Lycopene is a powerful antioxidant with a specific affinity for prostate tissue. Studies show it reduces swelling and protects DNA integrity within the gland. Hero number 3 is stinging nettle root. This is often overlooked. Nettle root binds to sex hormone-binding globulin, rendering it less effective at binding up your free testosterone. This leaves more free testosterone available for your body to use for energy and muscle, while preventing it from being converted into estrogen or DHT. Now, grab a pen. I am going to give you the specific protocol. This is exactly what I prescribed to William. It is not just about what you eat. It is about timing and dosage. Step 1 is the morning hydration and flush. Upon waking, drink 500 milliliters of water with a squeeze of lemon. Hydration is crucial, but you must do the bulk of your drinking early in the day. Stop all fluids 3 hours before bed. Step 2 is the midday zinc load. At lunch, I want you to eat a handful of raw, organic pumpkin seeds, roughly 30 grams. Chew them thoroughly. If you cannot eat the seeds, take a supplement containing 500 milligrams of Beta-Sitosterol mixed with 15 milligrams of zinc picolinate. Picolinate is the form that absorbs best. Do not use zinc oxide. It is cheap and poorly absorbed. Step 3 is the evening protection. With dinner, consume 1 serving of cooked tomato product. Then, 1 hour before bed, take 320 milligrams of Saw Palmetto extract. Ensure it is standardized to contain at least 85% fatty acids. This works synergistically with the pumpkin seeds to inhibit that 5-alpha reductase enzyme while you sleep, which is when your hormones are resetting. There is a crucial factor of synergy and sabotage you must understand. The synergy here comes from combining the Saw Palmetto with the zinc. They work better together than alone. However, the sabotage comes from alcohol, specifically beer. Beer increases prolactin levels. Prolactin is a hormone that, in men, causes the prostate to enlarge and libido to crash. If you follow my protocol but drink 3 beers every night, you are wasting your time. You must eliminate alcohol, or at least beer, for the first 30 days to see results. Now, let us talk about the timeline. What can you expect? In week 1, you likely will not see a huge change in flow, but you will feel less inflammation. The burning sensation, or the feeling of heaviness in the pelvis, will start to fade as you eliminate the dairy and sugar. By week 3, the bladder irritation calms down. This is where William noticed he was only waking up 2 times a night instead of 5. The capsaicin elimination and the pumpkin seeds are doing their work. By week 6, the structural changes begin. The prostate tissue becomes less boggy and congested. The flow becomes stronger. You can stand at the toilet and start urination without waiting 10 seconds. You finish without dripping. William called me after 6 weeks. He said, "Dr. Carter, I slept for 6 hours straight last night. I have not done that in 10 years. He felt like he had his life back. He had his confidence back. He wasn't mapping out every public restroom whenever he left the house. This is not magic. It is physiology. It is about removing the fuel that grows the prostate and providing the nutrients that shrink and protect it. So, here is my challenge to you. Give me 30 days. Just 30 days. Cut out the dairy, the soy, the conventional poultry, the spicy foods, and the liquid sugar. Add in the pumpkin seeds, the cooked tomatoes, and the Saw Palmetto. Do it for 30 days and document your sleep. Write down how many times you wake up. I promise you, the numbers will speak for themselves. Your health is your responsibility. Do not accept a weak flow and sleepless nights as a normal part of aging. They are common, but they are not normal. Take control of your body today. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy.